Hello, welcome to ULC Vibes, and today we have a special guest, Amir. Amir, introduce yourself. The floor is yours.
Hello, ULC Vibes. I am hayoun Amir. I'm a 17-year-old high school student, currently studying mathematics stream, and I am a youth ambassador in the US where I represented Algeria, as well as the founder of a small project that promotes cultural exchange as well. And I'm very honored to be here with this amazing host.
Thank you. So can you, if we can start with your project. You talked about the US exchange program, you talked about your international experience and being a student at the same time. So if the first question would be, what is this project?
So when I came back to Algeria after visiting the US, I noticed the big difference between the cultures around the world because I met people with different backgrounds and cultural experiences that I thought would be amazing to be shared across continents. And since Algeria doesn't have that much of a cultural exchange like opportunities, I thought of providing one to the youth in my area. It started like a small project, gathering people from Constantine to talk on a virtual and in-person events, but then it kind of expanded, and now we are working with a couple of countries as well. We're doing cultural exchange workshops from people from the Middle East, from Europe, from Asia as well. And yeah.
Okay.
We do. Our goal is
from the US.
Yeah, and we also
talk
have
about Middle
people
East, Asia, Europe, and then no US.
Yes,
and it's all started with the US then.
So our goal is to promote mutual understanding between youth. Although it grew, and now we have more adults in our workshops and whatsoever. We are collaborating with 2 high schools in Constantine where we hold in-person workshops. We talk about the importance of cultural exchange and how youth could be involved in such activities. And we also promote and provide chances to meet international friends through online meetings. Right. And sorry, but our project is called what is considered a product?
Okay.
In some sense, so it is called the English Bootcamp.
Oh yeah.
A very creative name that I came up with.
Yes, he's the one, the founder of English Bootcamp. So if I would ask one question, would be, how did you end up in the field of cultural exchange?
So
what's the first step?
So the first step was actually learning English. Because a side goal of our project is to provide an opportunity for people to train and use their English in actual conversations. And so,
that's what you're doing now.
Yeah, we're actually
okay.
Actually, yeah. So after learning English, I started talking to people from all around the world just on the internet. Okay. And while talking to them, I noticed that it wasn't about age difference, nor about, let's say, sexuality or religion. It was more about culture itself. Everything was involved in culture. And I thought, oh, how interesting would it be if I could see different cultures and merge them into each other. So I found a chance to go to the US on an exchange program called Youth Ambassadors Program. An amazing teacher of mine that is sitting right to me recommended this program to me.
Let's skip that part.
So I went to the US for 3 weeks, last summer, and I had the chance to interact with people from different backgrounds, ages, and professions, where we learned about all different skills that include cultural exchange as a secondary subject. But yeah, after spending this amount of time with people specialized in the cultural realm, I found a passion about that. And then
passion was there, and then you just found it.
I found a world of what I was passionate about.
Okay.
And so when I came back to Algeria, I thought, if we have it in other parts of the world, what is missing in Algeria? I am here.
So you are missing in Algeria, that's what you think.
I am able to provide something similar here and maybe share my passion and find people who share it with me as well.
Okay, that's very interesting. So if you're talking about, you were talking about being in the US, and can you tell us about the procedures maybe? How you applied to that opportunity, how you got accepted, the different phases, and how you ended up there.
Okay, so this exchange program is actually organized by an organization, like an international organization called World Learning.
Oh, World Learning.
One of their branches is here in Algeria, in Algiers, the capital. So they have their website where you can send your application. It is, I think, a 7-page application. It doesn't take all that much time. You just need like recommendations, couple of essays, answer scenario, like small essays answering scenarios, and then you'd apply. If they see that you're fitting and you actually are passionate about cultural exchange and you're a good fit for a cultural experience abroad as a teenager, they would contact you then, and you will have an interview phase with two of the workers, one from the US Embassy and the other would be from World Learning.
Right.
After the interview, they would let us know if we're finalists, and once we're finalists, we just have to like go get our visas, do the visa interview. They pay for everything, by the way.
Okay.
And
the best part about it.
Exactly. And yeah, we would just get our visas and fly to the US for 3 weeks. Where, well, in our case, we visited 3 states in the US. We started by, is it all right if I tell you about the whole thing?
Sure.
So we landed in Lake Tahoe in Nevada, where we met everyone, like the youth and the organizers and everyone. We stayed in Lake Tahoe, like Lake Tahoe dorms of the university there, where we explored the area, done a lot of workshops with professionals, like holders of PhD in business, US government stuff, leadership as well. So yeah, we did workshops with professionals, also played like cultural games, tried the culture of the university culture in the US. And I would say that we had the American college life for the first couple of days.
Okay.
And then we flew to another state. Well, we got separated into 2 groups. For me, I was selected to go to North Carolina, exactly Raleigh, which kind of matched my personality a lot because it has one of the biggest research complexes of the world. They have the research triangle, which was really cool to look around because most of the research and theses are like done in that area.
Okay.
And let's say it's a really intellectual place to be at. And it has an incubator for businesses as well, like something similar to the Silicon Valley. So it was interesting to see how people can merge like intellectualism with business and leadership as well. We got to see like projects happening while experiencing how they are organized.
Were these, sorry for interrupting, were these projects led by youth or adults?
Well, actually, we've seen all kinds of projects because we saw a youth council, which is a way that the US had followed to involve youth in the policy making of the country.
Okay.
We also saw production projects, might say. Well, they produce clothes or souvenirs, and we see them producing them like while we're there. They explain how the machines work, how they organize everything, how they hire, and how they like do the papers of whatever project they are leading.
So like the
whole steps of the thing.
All right.
So after that, well, we stayed with the host family, of course.
Can you tell us about the host family?
This is like one of the most exciting stuff about this whole trip to the US. I stayed with the host family of a mother and a daughter in a house in Raleigh, Durham to be. No, we stayed in Raleigh. Durham was like next city. Yeah, so we had 2 amazing dogs, and I had 2 host brothers as well, like a host sister that lives there and a host brother from the US and an Algerian host brother as well.
He was staying with you? So
yeah,
you
all in the same house.
Algerian one.
He's from Algiers, actually. If you're watching this, hi Yassine.
Hi Yassine.
And yeah, we got to first-hand live the American culture, how families would go about their day. We went to like supermarkets, shops. We went on playing, like we did like splash paint fights where we painted on.
Whoa.
Yeah, that was so exciting.
So like all your body was full of paint?
And I do have a lot of pictures
Is this
on that
allowed
day.
here in Algeria? Imagine you go back home and with your all clothes paint.
I don't think that would be cool here, but I think we would make it very soon here.
Okay.
Who knows, that might be my next project.
Okay, that's an idea, I would steal it.
So yeah, we got to live the American experience. We tried restaurants.
Yes.
And then after finishing with Raleigh, we got to visit Washington, D.C., the capital of the states. And this was an eye-widening experience because I saw a new form of architecture and it felt like another world. But I would say it widened my eyes of the world and it got me more excited for cultural exchange. And we did like get into really professional settings like, okay,
how was this professional setting?
Some professional settings. So we spent time in a, let's say, oh god, محكمة.
A court.
Yeah, a court where we got to work as a jury.
You were the judge?
No, not a judge.
Judging people.
Yeah, but we worked as I'm very good at judging people, but I did not do that there.
You were doing it in a professional way.
I was doing it in a professional way. And then we also went to the Department of State where I got the chance to like talk about our experience in the US to the sponsors and organizers, like the big heads of this program, like the heads of the cultural exchange culture in the US. I had the chance to like present our experience and talk and show our gratitude to what they offered to us because they paid for everything from flights to accommodation and activities as well. And we also got to experience some very American stuff like a baseball game. We played soccer with like local kids and it was a really fun experience to have overall. But I'm sure that every youth ambassador besides me had gained a lot from this experience in the US. And for me, the biggest thing I gained was the new, let's say, global perspective I have of the world. Because I came motivated and I wanted to make change. And now I always wanted to make change. But after going to the US, I realized that I can make change. And you
started making it.
Yeah, and I started making change. And I also now have a network of change makers who are going to support me throughout my journey that I'm always grateful for.
Wow. That's really amazing.
Thank you.
Maybe you talked about your experience in the US with this host family and talking about maybe someone in your age. And was it quite easy to convince maybe your parents? Because now if you go to an Algerian parent, you tell them that, okay, you are a teen and you go to your parents, you say, okay, there is this program and I'm planning to go to the US. What was their reaction?
Well, they first were worried for me because they thought, oh, they're kidnapping you, boy.
Yeah, when you tell them, okay, they're paying for everything. Why are they paying?
Yeah, actually,
what do they get in return?
When I said that they're paying for everything, they kind of were
it's
like,
a scam.
Ooh, they're scamming you, they're going to kidnap you. But with enough conversations, I just convinced them that it's real. I showed them alumni talking and like how professional it is. And they also talked with the team of the program.
Okay.
And they also were in like they had the 24-hour, 7 days a week content connection line with the workers there. So if I ever...
Do they use Arabic?
Yeah, of course. They use Arabic. And English and French, so everyone can understand them. So, and I was like daily updated them while there. But before convincing them, they also knew that I was very interested in international work.
Oh yeah.
And they understood that I wanted to do something like this big, even if I was, let's say, young. So they were supportive of it, even though they were hesitant at first.
Maybe in this case it was like you tried to convince them, but it came gradually. So you were not just, you go to them and you say, all right, I'm going to the US, goodbye.
Yeah, no. I don't think that would work at all.
It doesn't.
But I also noticed that most youth ambassadors who like had a problem convincing their parents wasn't about them actually traveling, but about their safety.
Yes, and it's always about safety.
Yeah, but the program offers a lot of safety, like some things that guarantee the kids' safety. You can always reach out to anyone, any adult, and we always had adults by our side because we were not allowed to move alone. So yeah, you just have to show them that you're going to be safe and guarantee that as well, and get adults.
Show proof.
Yeah, and adults involved to convince them as well.
All right, thank you. So if we talk about you going to the US, can I ask about maybe what was one situation where you look at them doing something and you're like, oh, is this normal here? Did you experience this?
Yeah, I experienced that a lot. So, but like the first thing I ever experienced was once we landed at LAX airport.
Yes.
I was very hungry as usual, so I ordered. I'm always hungry. Yeah. I ordered a big.
Are you hungry now?
No, she
yeah,
gave
you
us
better
enough food.
Yes.
So I ordered a big like bag of French fries because I've seen a lot of movies and French fries looked very delicious in the US. And I was very excited for fast food actually. But
Yeah, US fast food.
yeah. So I got that bag very overpriced bag of fries.
How much was it?
Yeah, I think it was $7 or something. That was too much. Very too much.
Would you buy it here in Algeria with $7?
Oh, you can buy a couple hundred of these here, $7. So, yeah, I started eating and I was like, did they serve me dirt? Because apparently they do not peel their potatoes at all in the US. And they fried them without peeling them. So it kind of had that dirty taste.
It's clean.
Yeah. Well, it was definitely clean. I did not get
I know,
food
you're talking
poisoning
about-
at all. But it
thank God you're
tastes
alive.
weird. I didn't like the taste at all, which was quite disappointing. But it was like the first cultural shock. And when although that was like an uncomfortable situation to eat something this weird and new, I just realized, oh boy, I'm gonna experience a lot on this trip. And I was not mistaken because I had some of the experiences of a lifetime. I'll never forget. And the fries kind of marked the beginning of the
Alright.
trip.
A trip to the US marked by French fries. It was a way to say welcome to the US.
Exactly.
All right. And was there? Do you recall any other situations where maybe you were like, what's that?
Yeah, so pizzas there are quite, well, not only pizzas, but all food is served in huge portions.
Not
Like
huge,
not
like
big, but
this.
huge. We would have like piece of, I don't know, sweets, pastry, I don't know. Here in the Algerian, it would be this size, if it's like big or medium.
Yeah.
In the US, I ordered the cheesecake, chocolate cheesecake, and it was like this size.
Really?
Yeah, an Oreo cheesecake, and that was too big. And like I ordered like noodles as well, and they were like double or triple what I would have eaten here. So
Did you finish the whole portion?
well, I had to because I was with my host mom. That would have been too nice.
She's the one who offered it to you.
No, I was in a restaurant with her and I ordered
Yes.
that. So it wouldn't be very nice for my first interaction to be. I don't eat food, so I just
You
had
order
to
it
eat
and then you change your mind.
But it was delicious, to be honest. Although
Oh,
it
yeah.
was big, and I was just more cautious of how much I'm ordering while I'm out in the US.
Okay. And all right, this is when you went to the US. How was it when you came back? Was
Ooh.
there a cultural shock here in Algeria?
Yeah.
Reverse one.
So we actually had a workshop about this before coming to Algeria. 3 mentors were talking about how a reversed cultural shock would be harder than like taking a normal cultural shock. And I was like saying, this can't be real. I've lived for 16 years in Algeria. I won't be shocked.
Just 2 weeks.
Yeah,
3 weeks?
3 weeks. Like
Yeah, 3
21
weeks.
days because we had our plan.
To change the whole
Yeah.
life perspective.
I came back to Algeria and like the colors were different. I swear to God, the colors were different. I landed there and it was, ooh, the colors are different here. So I kind of had the new...
There was a filter.
Yeah, there was different filters in each country. So when I came here, I just had another amazing experience of discovering Algeria all over again.
Well, was it nice?
It was very nice, yeah.
Yes. What was nice about it? The good side of the cultural shock.
My family trying to not be overwhelmed with me having a reverse cultural shock because they were contacted about, hey guys, your kid is gonna have a cultural shock in his hometown. Be careful with that. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, it was like quite funny trying to adjust back to the lifestyle of Algeria. The food was different. The language they used was like.
Yeah.
I spoke English on a daily basis for.
So you were
21 days.
obliged to stick to English. Sometimes
Yeah.
maybe here in the classroom, you start with English and then if you don't understand, you just fail and you
Yeah.
give up and you switch to your mother tongue.
Exactly.
But there you had to stick to English. Was it sometimes exhausting?
Well, it was definitely exhausting because I usually didn't have my phone on me, and if I forget a word, I can't translate and there's no
What
one
would
who
you do
can-
instead?
Yeah, I would just mime it and try my best to get them to understand the world and the word and start
Mime like
explaining
what?
it.
I'm trying to think of something.
Yeah, I
All
would
right,
like
yeah.
court. That was not very good mime of a court. So yeah, that was like,
It's a court. This is a house.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
this. And try it.
But I would just like be explaining what it is, the place with the judge where they get
Oh yeah,
criminals and
this
judge
is
them.
better than mine.
Yeah, but then when I do that, I noticed that my English improved a lot because I was like speaking it 24/7 for 21
Yes.
days straight.
Uh-huh.
It was exhausting but fun as well because you can feel your English and even your self-confidence like improving while in the program, contacting, talking to people.
So you did this and then you went back and you went to English classes. Why?
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah, well, English has been a big part of my life, like
Okay.
throughout my whole childhood and teen years.
When did you start learning it?
Well, I started at my own pace when I was like 11, but I didn't actually start studying in like school.
center.
Yes, seriously, like
In a formal
ULC,
setting.
yeah, informal setting. Up until I was like the last summer of the end of my 13th year, so when I was about to turn 14. So yeah, I studied for like 4 years in
Yeah,
total
Okay.
on weekends, and then I just came back here and chose to keep on going because it was fun. The atmosphere that is offered by ULC is amazing. You get to meet new people. Yes, clip that.
Yeah.
You get to meet new people, interact with them, like
So
learn
that's
from
what you
them.
wanted.
Yeah, that's what I
So maybe
wanted.
there was the language side
Language.
and interaction side.
Interaction side with people because you can learn regardless of what language you're using even if you can't like speak it well. So I chose to come back and keep on going. I would have done my C1 level if I didn't have back this year, but I don't have much time, and if I chose to do more English I would have to cut down on other parts of my life. So yeah.
All right, if we talk about, we go back to the very beginning. You said you took part of this program, and what do you think is a good advice for maybe people to you before you started this community service?
Yeah.
What would be your advice for them? What should they do? Like the very first step?
So I would honestly quote one of my teachers. You probably know her, Miss Kauthar. Hi, Miss Kauthar, if you're watching this.
He's not quoting his teacher.
Well, I'm quoting Miss Kauthar.
Okay, yeah, nothing to quote.
So she said once, always seize your chances. And I live by that. So whenever I see a chance in front of me, I like grip it with all might I have. So
Steal it.
Yeah, I would try to steal as much as possible. So yeah, that's like a value that I live with and I find very useful and something that not only provides you with chances but teaches you how to actually get the best out of them. So I would advise anyone who's like interested or passionate about anything to search for opportunities
How?
and seize them.
You finish, and I'm going to have another question for
Yeah.
concerning this one.
Well, I finished that. Just seize
All right,
your
sorry.
opportunities.
So you talked about seizing the chance, the opportunity. Once you find it, you just grab it. But as you know, sometimes maybe you had the chance to join ULC, to interact with other English language speakers, to be presented to such opportunities. If we're talking about there are some people with the same, with similar backgrounds, not backgrounds, but skills and abilities, but they were not presented to such opportunities. And maybe they have the skills, but they don't have the opportunity to promote their skills.
Yeah.
What would be your advice for them? What could be
Honestly,
something that we can do?
I also learned a new thing throughout the program that everything exists on the internet. And after like meeting with professionals of like network and how to deal with the internet as a whole, I was shocked that I was on the wrong side of the internet. There's like a whole
What's
side.
the wrong side of the internet?
Yeah, just like using it to talk to friends, scroll reels, watch videos, maybe learn a
Social
couple
media,
of
maybe.
skills. Yeah, and even like learning skills podcast. That is like a very cool and beneficial like side of the internet. But I thought that was it. But after meeting people who are actually professional, and they told me more about it, I found that like there is a side for opportunities. You can search for scholarships, seek free like advices from professionals. Like
How?
they exist. We have
Okay.
like councils for US, like we have the US embassy here in Algiers. You can reach out to them on the internet and they would help you with applying to US colleges without you paying them or even meeting them. They would just like
So it's free
online
of
help you.
charge.
It is free of charge.
Oh.
And that's not only it. You can like find resources for like chances like this, the Youth Ambassadors program. After coming back, I researched a lot of scholarships and I was shocked of the amount they exist. They aren't as much as for the youth in Algeria, but there are definitely a lot of scholarships that you probably are eligible to, like attend. We have tech girls, like women to women. We have youth ambassadors. We even have the flex program.
UGrad maybe.
Yeah, UGrad, Fulbright. Like you just need to search and see if you're eligible or no. And it doesn't have to be in English. If you like know French, just search for like cultural exchange stuff for French people. China, Russia, they all offer a lot of scholarships for students who are gonna do their degrees there.
The east side and the west side.
Yeah, they all offer. You just need to search and actually seize the opportunity when you find it's like that you're eligible to it. It's all about the mindset and not just wanting, but trying to get what you're dreaming of. Because there is always a way. Whatever you want to do, there's always a way to it. It might be a hard way, it might be an easy way, but you'll never figure out.
It's not meant to be easy at some point. Stress is going to be there.
Exactly.
Deadlines. Sorry.
We have an experience with deadlines.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you'll never like know what you're missing out until you actually try. Once you try, you'll know whether this road is easy or hard, and it doesn't matter because you already started.
Yes.
You know what to do next. You might suffer, but you will live the best life of your whole lifetime.
Okay. So what if somebody, they start applying and then they get rejected? Do you think most of the time they give up? So they start saying, maybe let's seize this chance, I'm going to apply, I'm going to go through the whole process, and then they are rejected. So maybe at this point they'll just give up.
Well, I got rejected from a lot of programs actually. I applied to a lot of things and I got rejected, and I applied to a lot of other things and I got accepted as well. And I would say that more places rejected me rather than accepted me.
Yes.
And I do believe that if you are rejected,
Accepting rejection.
yeah, you should accept rejection, because if you are rejected, you're probably not meant to be there, and you're not meant to experience that, and you have something better waiting for you in the future.
Yeah.
So rejection might be a chance for a better opportunity or something like that.
Maybe evaluate your skills and try to find another program that is searching for your profile.
Exactly.
Maybe you're just applying to the wrong program.
Exactly, yeah.
Okay. And do you think that learning languages kind of makes the path easier?
Well, I wouldn't say that it's making the path easier.
I wouldn't limit it to English, maybe English, French, and mainly English and French.
Well, it would be impossible to see specific opportunities without language coherence, because most of these require a level of English or French. But I would say not make it easier, but widening your options. Because if you're searching for only Arabic speaking opportunities, you are very limited to so little amount of chances that might not fit you or might not fit your profile.
Yeah.
But let's say if you speak English, like the main language right now, you are open to many other programs in all parts of the world. Every country offers programs that are in English. And if you know Russian, Chinese, French, you're also welcomed in most
broadening
of the
your
countries.
opportunities.
You're broadening your opportunities, not making them easier by learning languages. And I do believe that languages had been the best skill I've ever developed in my very short life so far.
Okay. What other skills do you think that you should develop?
Yeah.
Maybe leadership. Some of the Algerian youth, they have no idea what leadership is. So what do you think?
So our program actually was mainly focusing on cultural exchange and then leadership. So, and when I was there, I was like, what is leadership?
What does it mean? I remember myself Googling it for the first time.
I study in the class, I am the class leader, I do everything,
what
but
does it mean?
doesn't matter. Leadership is not that big at all. But then when I went to the US, I met a professor in leadership. They teach that as a subject.
They have it as a
in school.
major.
Yeah,
maybe.
major, not even a minor. And she has a PhD in it. And how leaders would make things happen that would never be happen if you throw random peoples with that required skills to make the thing, but not cooperating well. They would never like make or achieve what they are able to do without a leader who's gonna guide them. So yeah, leadership is definitely a skill that everyone should put an eye on, and everyone can be a leader. If you can't lead people, you should definitely work on leading yourself first. Because this professor told us that the first step towards leadership is leading yourself.
Okay. How?
Well, leading yourself is knowing your strong and weak points.
Yes.
Like knowing,
I expected you were going to say. Okay.
well, leading yourself is knowing where you're strong, where you're weak, and how you can use your strong points to like reinforce people and make them work in better conditions, feel more comfortable in their working place, and like know your weaknesses to like try and improve them or keep them out of the way while working with others to not like make them lose interest or hope or motivation.
Okay. So leadership, language, what else?
And tech.
Tech. Why?
Exactly.
Why do you think that tech is an important?
So I am passionate about both cultural exchange and tech.
Okay.
Which kind of fits perfectly because you need technology.
And English in between.
Yeah, and English in between. So I have these two passions that English link in them too.
Yeah.
And I have been fortunate to meet amazing teachers in all of these fields. So I have amazing English teachers. I have amazing like technology and computer science teachers.
What's your experience with tech?
Yeah, so I was honestly interested in like developing games when I was younger. I made a couple of platformers, a survival game, an RPG as well. But then that grew out of games and into artificial intelligence.
Okay.
So now I'm very interested and passionate of understanding how systems work and how like machine learning is a thing, and how a machine can actually learn and what are like the limits a machine can reach and can we like broaden them and find new horizons for that. And English has been a really important resource throughout my search for these answers, and I'm currently hoping to maybe major and specialize in these topics. Yeah, AI and computer science in general, and keeping like the cultural aspect of my life engaged throughout my college experience.
Okay. Well, that's very amazing.
Thank you.
If maybe I would ask another question, if you allow me, if you have time.
Of course I do.
Okay. I forgot the question.
Well,
it's processing.
That's all right.
All right. So if I ask about the version of Amir before August, you went to the US in August?
Well, in July, but...
In July,
yeah.
all right. If I ask about you before you were accepted, that version of you and the version of you after you were accepted, what were your objectives, maybe? What were your dreams before you were accepted, before you went to the US, and what are your objectives now? How do you think that's such a short experience, because it's just 21 days? How can such a short experience change your whole life perspective?
Well, before the whole program, I wouldn't call that what I had a dream, but it was more of an interest.
All right.
And after going on the program, I realized that this interest is not imaginary. I can like realize it and be the one making it real. And after like interacting with people who have done a lot in their life, I realized I can do the same. And so when I came here, I was more motivated and was certain that I can do what I was interested in. And those interested like grew into dreams and goals that I'm now working like for and spending my time, effort, and my network of people who are passionate the same as me to find and realize whatever I'm passionate about.
Okay. You're all the time referring to network. What do you think about having a good network? How can your network affect your perspective?
Well, people tend to say that networking is a skill and your network is a very professional area, but I do believe that quite the opposite,
How?
because I deal with my network as a family. So that would be like friends, professors, teachers, everyone who might like help me or get help from me is part of my network. And so my network is quite wide, like from different countries. I have people from Iraq, people from Algeria, from Middle East, from Russia. I have Russian friends.
Okay.
Most of them I haven't met yet in real life, but the others are I just met in Algeria while working or studying or experienced in Algeria. And some I met while traveling to the US. I might have randomly met them on a rainy day in a park while doing a cleaning campaign. You know who I'm talking about.
I don't know.
Yeah. So, well, my network is like family. And it's not about benefiting and giving them, it's more like having someone to support you and being always there for you. Because whenever I'm interested in something new, someone in my network has experience in that, and he can support me through experiencing and exploring whatever I'm discovering.
So if you want to take a certain path, you need other people to maybe to back your plan.
Yeah.
Like you are going to that way, but there are other people that have already been there.
And it is very easy to find these people actually on the internet, as I said earlier.
Okay.
Because I was actually accepted to another like digital cultural exchange program called the Experiment Digital Leadership in STEM. And I made a huge network out of that. I talked with Filipinos.
Sorry, just to explain STEM. What do you mean by STEM? Because some people do not have an idea.
STEM is like a wide word that expresses a lot of different technological stuff. So it's science, technology, engineering and mathematics.
And now they added arts, I think.
Yeah, and they would keep adding
it became
things.
STEM.
Yeah.
AI instead of AI.
And I think, throughout that program, we got to discover what STEM is. And how you can actually work in STEM and get involved in that field, and what leadership can offer to like improve in what STEM is.
Yeah.
And by the end of this leadership like program, like the digital one, we had to like make a prototype of, let's say, a solution for a community problem that would be solved with STEM.
Okay, with tech?
Yeah, with tech and all fields of STEM actually.
All right.
So my team chose like the scarcity of water in like African countries, and we promoted how engineering can like eco-friendly engineering, by the way, offer a solution for that, and how government should like put an eye on how to invest in these kinds of technology to not only preserve the nature but also like provide for the people like the basic life necessities. And we had other creative people in other groups like promoting policy making and including youth in STEM all around the world and providing education.
Do you think that youth can be included here in Algeria? We're talking about the context of Algeria. Do you think that youth have the chance or the opportunity to take part in policy making?
Well, I would say youth are going to have a chance because Algeria is getting, well, as long as I'm concerned, Algeria is getting turned towards including youth in...
Maybe there is the Higher Council of Youth.
Yes.
مجلس الأعلى للشباب.
And they just like announced the kids parliament, which is very recent,
Okay.
And like the president of education had like a seminar with kids from all around Algeria, like discussing how school should be worked. Getting the opinion from kids and giving them back answers like instantly is what we see and what we want to see in a country that involves youth in the policy making. They also see that Algeria is trying to involve youth in other like things because they are like launching new different high schools and like specified schools for mathematics, technology, sports here in Constantine, and arts as well. So in Algiers. Well,
not here, unfortunately.
But we currently have the High School of Sports and High School of Mathematics and hopefully High School of Computer Science very soon.
They talked about this. Maybe they're launching it.
So I see that Algeria is working toward like...
It's going the right path.
Yeah, it is going to the right path to including people and to including the youth. And I believe us as youth should be working on that as well.
To advance that, to help it.
We should show passion and interest.
So if we go back to your English bootcamp, how do you think it's advancing, or how do you think it's helping achieve this?
I think the best thing that we are offering, besides learning English and like making connections across the globe, is spreading awareness to youth. Because some of the youth would just join us with no idea what cultural exchange is, and we would like guide them throughout the journey of getting to know what is cultural exchange and how to talk to people.
Well, thank you.
Thank you.
And who can take part of this English bootcamp?
Well, the English
And how can we
bootcamp-
hear about it?
Okay, the English bootcamp is aimed for youth, but we also welcome adults from all ages to join us. Yeah.
Myself included. Was
We-
never invited though.
Well, we post our like announcements on Instagram.
Yeah, the ones I just like.
So if you like them, make sure to check the link under and read the
I
description.
will.
To know the details about our upcoming workshop.
Okay.
And yeah, that's all.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
That's it.
That was
Thank
amazing.
you so much for coming, and that was a really nice talk with Amir. And yeah, that's it. Thank you.
Thank you. That was an honor to be here.